Yo friends, what's happening? It's Crim, and oh boy have we got a lot to talk about today. The nerf bat cometh, and we gotta pay the troll toll to play with Akari's soul. We had some big legendary nerfs and tunings. Shadow Vault has got a new animation, finally, and the Venthyr Covenant ability rework has been reworked again. That and more in today's video, but first let's start with some general news. Blizzard has reduced the number of potency conduit slots, the player power conduits, in the soulbind trees from 3 down to 2. In Blizzard's words, to reduce the feels bad man factor of being unable to swap your conduits freely. A system which has received a lot of flack from players and has been iterated upon many times already, the latest of which being last week. It is still not an ideal system in my opinion, but at least Blizzard are looking at solutions. Let's get into the rogue stuff then, and we'll start with the new Shadow Vault. Firstly, Shadow Vault has been renamed and is now known as Black Powder. The old Shadow Vault animation, which used Windwalker's Whirling Dragon Punch, used to lock you in place whenever you used it. Especially in AoE this was punishing because it used to be every other global. However, Black Powder has came with a fresh new animation that you can see on your screen right now. It is simply a short stomp that makes your character glow purple very briefly, and it allows you to move freely, a big improvement over the last iteration of Shadow Vault. Next up is the rework to
Flagellation.
The Venthyr Covenant ability has also been reworked, with its cooldown now 5 seconds down from 25. It still applies a debuff to your target that lashes it for a small amount of shadow damage whenever you spend combo points. However, where before you would want to use this ability again at 25 stacks to gain 10% mastery, it now gives you 0.5% haste for every stack on the target up to a maximum of 20%, so 40 stacks for 25 seconds. It's an interesting change, maybe not entirely necessary, but we'll have to see what the sims say regarding its viability later on. On top of that, Flagellation also finally has its conduit, which is fairly straightforward. It makes the initial hit lash 1 additional time and increases its damage by 12%. Let's get into the real big hits of this latest build then with our legendary tunings. Blizzard released a blue post along with this build stating that it is possible they may have went slightly overboard when it came to nerfing legendaries across all classes. So as with all of my beta videos, it is very possible we see changes to these numbers in the future. However, having said that, all of the Rogue Legendaries are now very close to one another in terms of power level, so it is a good starting point if Blizzard do decide to pump up these numbers later on. We'll start off by chatting about the neutral Rogue Legendary powers, and the first that received a big hit was Mark of the Master Assassin. Its 100% crit bonus when coming out of stealth was reduced from 5 seconds down to 2, a big hit to what was shaping up to be a very popular legendary across all 3 specs. The other rogue neutral legendary that got nerfed was Invigorating Shadow Dust, which had its cooldown reduction bonus reduced from 15 seconds down to 10. Assassination also had 2 of its strongest legendaries nerfed, perhaps surprisingly so, because Assassination is still quite far behind both Outlaw and Subtlety. The Dashing Scoundrel legendary power had its increased poison critical strike chance reduced to 8% bonus, down from 30. Also, poison crits only refund 1 energy rather than 2, quite a substantial nerf to what used to be Assassination's strongest legendary by far. Their next best legendary, Zoldyck Insignia, also saw a nerf, with its increased bonus damage on poisons and bleeds reduced to 20% down from 30. Outlaw in turn saw nerfs in varying degrees to all 4 of its legendaries. The proc chance of Concealed Blunderbuss was reduced to 30%, with it now only giving an extra 2 pistol shots rather than 3. Greenskin's Wicker's damage bonus to your next pistol shot was reduced to 120% down from 200. But the real big hits came in the 2 most popular legendaries, Guile Charm and Celerity. The damage bonus of Guile Charm was reduced to 8% down from 30, with the effect now only lasting 10 seconds rather than 15. Celerity's damage bonus while in Adrenaline Rush was reduced to 5% down from 15, with the random proc effect now only lasting 3 seconds, down from 4. And of course, no set of nerfs would be complete without Subtlety also taking a hit. Akari's Soul Fragment was nerfed again, with its second Shadow Strike now only hitting at 15% effectiveness, down from 50. It also no longer deals shadow damage, so the synergy between it and the Deeper Daggers conduit is no longer there. The Deathly Shadows legendary had its damage amp effect duration reduced from 10 seconds down to 8. And the Rotten legendary power was changed. Its duration increased from 2 up to 3 seconds, but the extra combo points it gives is now 3, down from 4. As I said before, all of this is subject to change, so if you want to make sure you stay informed, hit subscribe. With that, you are once again up to date on all things rogues, but if you have any comments or questions, make sure to leave them down below and leave a like while you're there. You can also find me on my stream, twitch.tv/CrimWow. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.